Seriously, you guys. There's some pretty weird stuff happening around here lately. Welcome back, Forkers. Today we are making a recipe by Chow. This is a pumpkin swirl cheesecake. Alright, for this recipe you're going to need pumpkin puree, cloves, nutmeg, cream cheese, ginger snaps, cinnamon, heavy cream, sugar, butter, vanilla, flour, and eggs. Alrighty, so the first step in making your pumpkin swirl cheesecake is the crust. You take your ginger snap cookies and your butter. You melt the butter, you puree the cookies. Alright, so melt the butter into a pot, turn it on low, and that is it. Alright, so you take your ginger snap cookies and you just put it into a food processor. You can also do this by hand, but who wants to do that extra work? Use a food processor. Food to fork tip. I want a circle to line the bottom of my springform pan. So what I do is I take a square, fold it over corner to corner, back corner to corner, like I'm making a snowflake. Square. You keep folding it so it's super thin. So to get a circle, you eyeball the center and then you just tear the excess off. And you have, well, roughly you have a circle. Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Alright, so next up, put on an apron, because let's make it messy. Springform pan. Grease it up. Take your chopped ginger snap cookies, put them into a bowl. Take your melted butter, pour it in. Just let it drip, drip, drip. So you take it and you just incorporate it. Alright, so once it's pretty moist, you just press it into your pan. So once pressed into your pan, you bake it on 375 for 15 minutes. Make sure you clean the pan by licking it. Oh. What was that? Alright, next up you deal with your pumpkin filling. You take your cinnamon, your nutmeg, and your ground cloves and you mix them with your pumpkin puree. Once you mix your spices and your pumpkin puree together, you just set this aside. Next, you deal with your cream cheese filling. So you take your sugar and flour and you just basically mix them together. Now I'm going to be lazy and just shake it up. Deal with your cream cheese next. In a KitchenAid, or you can do this by hand, but let's be honest, I don't want to do that work. Take it with a paddle attachment and you just whip it till it is a cream-like texture. Alright, while this is mixing, make sure you scrape down the sides so you get everything that's stuck underneath and on the sides. So once your cream cheese is creamed, you add your sugar, your vanilla, and your heavy cream. Alright, after your vanilla, your sugar, and your heavy cream, you need eggs. You need 2 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs. Once you have mixed everything, together, you take your pumpkin puree and you mix half of your cream cheese filling with your pumpkin puree. How do you know it's half? You guesstimate. Fold it together. To make the swirl in the pumpkin swirl cheesecake, you take scoops of the pumpkin puree, cream cheese filling and the cream cheese filling, and just alternate, and then you take your finger and you just swirl it together. But first you need a spoon to actually pop it. What was that?
It was the ghost.
It was it. Alright, so yeah, now you just...
and he decided to do it again.
So what I'm doing is basically I took big spoonfuls and then I alternated, so big slots of each, and then at the very end all I'm going to do is just swirl it all together. Once filled and swirled, you put it in the oven 350 for an hour. It is finished, so let's get it out of the oven and try it out. Forgot a fork. Pop it out of the pan. Hot, 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 hot. It's hot. So let's try this out. That's delicious. Well, Forkers, another recipe is finished. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it because I had a lot of fun making it. Please, like it, subscribe it, share it, do all the YouTube-y stuff down below. Hit us up on our Facebook page, our Twitter. We have a Tumblr, Google+, any other social media sites that we have. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. So how do I turn this off? I think it's... No, it's not. There we go. Some pretty weird stuff's been happening lately.
I can't pull it.
You can't pull it? Scooby makes it. He's too fat. This is too slow. I don't think this is gonna work.
Do you have any lighter for this? No.
I keep squirting myself, right? So. Oh, he'll be. Come on, Mackenzie.
I just hurt myself.
Come on. Come on, Mackenzie. That was terrible. You can't do that. I don't really want to hit my head. Kirk to Enterprise. Beam me up.